That, ladies and gentlemen, is a beautiful specimen of an automobile. Guess where I'm at? I'm not doing an unboxing today. I didn't buy anything. But I wanted to come in and check something out. And I've honestly got to say, Best Buy has lost their doggone mind. I was kind of looking for a better video card for my computer. So, where would you normally go for a video card for a computer? Computer section, right? Because I guess only gamers have video cards in their computers. You gotta go to what's now their gaming section to look at video cards. And they don't have any of the good video cards. They got some that are okay. Of course, you still pay the good price for them. Put it to you like this. I found a decent, I won't even say it's super good, I've seen reviews on it, but I found a decent looking video card on eBay for $100. 4 gig. DDR3, but it was 4 gig. I don't care if it's not the best and fastest memory out there. You got enough of it, it's going to perform. And of course, it had a big old Hawken fan on it too. Now the only thing they had in there was still DDR3 memory video cards. The biggest one you could buy was a 2 gig. And most of them they wanted $400 and $500 for. No. Just because it's got a fat heat sink and takes up twice the space a normal video card does not mean that you can charge people twice as much for it. Sorry, that's not how it works. But I actually found a few things in there, because it turns out that in all their remodeling, they're doing away with the musicians' friends in Best Buy now, which I think is both sad and disappointing. Because I may not have ever bought anything there, but I never really went in either. I did see a lot of the stuff, because most of that I'd look at online. Turns out, one of the best recording devices on the market, the Zoom Q3, which never really got a lot of respect or a lot of press at all, because it was more of a audio device than a camcorder. A lot of it might be that it's got a moderately confusing menu on it too, but it's got 4-channel. Is it 2 or 4? It's either 2 or 4 channel. I'm thinking it's 4 if I remember right, because there's 2 mics in each capsule and there's 2 capsules inside the top of it. If I'm right, it's a 4-channel stereo camcorder, basically like the Flip, only with a lot better mics. Now, it don't have the cutout for like the background noise. It don't have the cutoff for stuff like that. It records everything that's going on, just live. But it is 1080p, 25 frames a second, I think. I'd have to look it up to be sure about that one. But just so happens they've got one of them in here because this Best Buy is actually using the Musician's Friend room to sell off what's left of their stock of the Musician's Friend stuff. Evidently they had a big sale, and the stuff that's left in there is stuff that didn't sell in their big sale. But they've got the Q3 camcorder for, I think it was $125. Either $125 or $150, something like that. Really reasonably priced for a 1080p camera. But again, it's one of those pocket cameras. It's not a camcorder like this one. It's not a flip cam like, well, I guess in a sense it is a flip cam with some really, really banging microphones on it. I'm sorry, some people just really should not wear summer clothes. Got another one of those visions that you just can't unsee. Anyway, getting back to my rant about Best Buy, and it is a rant, very much so. They're redoing the whole store, and they're putting stuff in the dumbest of places. Okay, I can understand you rearrange the store to make things look all fresh and new every so often, but they just lost their mind doing this one. All the audio stuff, all the video stuff, and all the computer stuff are together. They don't have, this one doesn't have a spot for like the lower end TVs, the smaller flat panels or whatever. It's all in the back in the center now. Your surround sound stuff is all condensed and compressed now, so they've got it all back there with that stuff. That all goes together. Your microphones, all your microphone stuff, and they used to have a really good, really nice selection of microphones. Everything from the El Cheapos that you could buy for $30 to $50, all the way up to the majorly expensive ones. And now they've got mid-grade up, which I guess isn't necessarily a bad thing, but they're all old mid-grade and up microphones. And you pay out the wazoo for them because they haven't marked them down. I was looking at the blue microphones they've got in there. Just looking. I didn't spend any money. And that doesn't happen often. I usually find something in there I wind up really liking and really wanting. That Q3 was probably it. I am curious as to what the Q3 would actually be like. And those were brand new still. They weren't open box items or anything like that. But aside from that, they have made one royal mess of that store, because nothing is anywhere. I mean, you got a great big cell phone section that's been coming for the last few years. They just keep making it like a couple feet wider each year, a couple feet deeper each year, and now it's a major key part of the store. The people that custom build their computers and want certain things in a printer are just butt out. I mean, you're just completely out. If you think you're going to Best Buy and getting stuff for you to build your own custom personal computer cheap. It's unbelievable. But again, it's change. People don't like change. I'm one of them that honestly, I do not like change. If you're going to change, at least make it for the better. Don't make things more confusing in the process. and I don't see this being for the better. All the computer stuff is shoved into a very small section now, a very limited small section. And you got this monster area for tablets, which to me tells me that whoever's in charge of computers and such are trying to push tablets off on everybody, which I think is stupid. You can't upgrade a tablet. There's a lot of HD stuff you can't do on a tablet. You've got to have a good tower or a good desktop or a good laptop at the very least. Now, Lamar Wilson actually reviewed a very nice laptop recently. I finally started going back and watching some of my YouTube stuff that I've missed out on, and because of that I haven't been in the hangouts with my buddies at night all that much. Between that, not feeling very hot, and just more slam out by the time I get home, because all these idiots that I drive home with, they're not all idiots, but a good chunk of them are. I think it was last Friday and a big part of Saturday, I took a chunk of the day, of both days, and kind of looks like my son's car. Took a big chunk of both days and got caught up on my some of my videos that I've missed out on. Oh no, that's not his. Yeah, my son went and bought a Grand Am. So just like the GT that I'm passing now, that you probably won't be able to see, it's forest green. I think it's got the 3.4 in it, if I remember right. 3400, I think. But in that small and light of a car, that little sucker will go. Of course, it's GM, so there's that. He was looking at a 2006 Mustang, which I'm really glad he didn't get that, because while it's in good shape now, it's got the 4-liter V6 motor in it, like the one my neighbor rebuilt for that Explorer. Good crap. I mean, a major hunk of crap. There's no reason that you should build a motor that's got more than one timing chain. It is what it is, I guess. Gotta work tomorrow, so not gonna be a very late night tonight either. Me and one other guy tomorrow, and all the people that are coming in for the newer computers. Of course, more than likely this time next week, hopefully I'll be able to drill all this other stuff into my head, and this time next week I'll be bringing my computer stuff home. I can work from the house doing help desk support. Breaking my heart. Won't have to drive with any of these people. Won't have to worry about them running me off the road. This morning, I really wished I'd have had the camera going and facing forward. I didn't even have it out this morning. This morning, heading down this ridge. Weren't quite here yet, and of course the semi-trucks were in both lanes going down the highway for several miles. One in the fast lane wasn't particularly passing anybody. It was just there. About a mile of traffic behind them, cars just solid, right up against, one right up against the other. And I won't say a mile. I could see for probably a half mile, nothing but cars and trucks behind that semi Well, evidently somebody got aggravated about the one behind them riding up on their bumper and back and forth in the lane like you do when you try to get people to get over. Of course, they happened to be right about the middle of the pack. Slammed on their brakes. Hard. About 30 cars all over the doggone interstate. Of course, by the time the wave rippled back to us, there was only one place for me to put my truck. There's a little hole that I managed to squeeze into that took me into the slow lane and then off into the ditch. Yeah. But that was safer than if I'd have stayed in my lane, because everybody in my lane was just doing this, just scattered. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen it or not, but when you walk into a roach infested house and you flip the light on and the roaches just scatter, it's kind of like what the highway looked like. Yeah. Last night I found a new little interesting tune. Some of y'all probably heard it to death and probably tired of hearing it already, but I just think it's neat. I woke up to it yesterday. Sorry, that is a good song. I don't know what it is about it. I like it. I really do. Not even for the words, just the contrast in the voices, the beat, the tempo. It's all just, you could use that beat, tempo, and the lyrics are a little suggestive, but the lyrics that I can make out so far got a little bit of an inner ear thing going, and it's it's restricting my ability to hear very clearly at all. So I keep thinking that it's just that ridge that does it, because when you go up it, my head just goes, ugh. Okay, so the best I can hope for is my ears to pop while I'm at work, where I can actually hear things clearly. Maybe after next week that won't be a problem. I will still occasionally have to go into the office. That's the long and short of it. My day, my rant and everything. I'm upset with Best Buy. That's about the size of my day. That and I like to have died. I'm not titling this video like that. Here pretty shortly I'll be getting out my cars, because fall's here and this is the perfect time to be doing this. Be hot at first, then cool off. Should be a little easier to get out there and do stuff. Of course, a lot of it will be at night, so I'm going to have to get me some LED drop lights.